draw one complete period of y equals cosine of x, and we're going to use this table below to help. All right, remember, these are the values that we get just from the unit circle. Okay, but now you got to be very careful with this, right? When we draw the graph of y equals cosine of x, we're not drawing the unit circle, right? Okay, we're actually plotting the function values, right? So what do we mean by that? Remember, this is an ordered pair. Okay, so the points that we want to plot here are, 0, comma 1, right? So when cosine of 0 is equal to 1, right? Also, pi over 6, comma rad 3 over 2 is another ordered pair, right? We don't have to list them all out because we have them just in the table, but these are the points that we want to draw, okay? Well, how are we going to do that? Well, so you're probably looking at this point, right, pi over 6. Okay, well, how do we plot that point pi over 6, right? Well, pi as a number is about 3.14, and 3.14 divided by 6 is about a half, right? So you're probably thinking, okay, I'm going to put my marks here, put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we don't want to do that. Okay, the reason why is because this is in terms of pi. Okay, so what we want to do is instead of putting like 1, 2, 3, and 4 here, right, we want to put pi over 2, okay, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi here, right? So we're going to label the x-axis in terms of radians, okay? The y-axis is going to be the normal, right? -1, 1, stuff like that, okay? So now, understanding that the x-axis will be in terms of pi, now we can plot these guys, right? So 0, comma 1, okay, that's over here, okay? Pi over 6, rad 3 over 2, right? We're just going to eyeball these a bit, but let's take a look, right? We'll do these first, actually. Pi over 2, comma 0, right? That's over here, right? Pi, comma, -1. So when x is equal to pi, the y value is -1. 3 pi over 2, 0. And 2 pi 1. Okay? So our graph actually looks a little something like this. We're going to have this is called the wave, right? We've got something that looks like this. This is the graph of y equals cosine of x. Now it looks a little bit weird, right? But we got to remember that we can actually extend in both directions, right? So the graph actually does look like this. It is a wave function, right? It's going to oscillate in this motion here. Now, of course, we could label these continuing to the left and to the right as well. Okay, so what are these points going to be? Right, this is going to be negative pi over 2 here. Okay, this is going to be negative pi. This is going to be negative 3 pi over 2. And if we keep going, the graph keeps going up. All right, it's going to keep oscillating. Right, so then this point here then should be negative 2 pi. Okay, and once again, we can keep going this way as well. Okay, now you're probably thinking, what about this guy, right? Pi over 6, comma rad 3 over 2. Okay, well, once again, just eyeballing that, it's going to be in between here, right? So if we got pi over 6, rad 3 over 2, right? We get pi over 3, about over here, I don't know, somewhere over there, right? This would be 1/2, okay? So the main thing is to always get these max and min values and where the graph crosses the x-axis.